Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that actually shows you full games of all the tips and schemes that he posts online. I show you the good, the bad, and the ugly against real live online ranked opponents. Alright guys, so I'm going to jump into a bonus formation. I didn't think I was actually going to utilize this formation, and I've actually broken this down before, but I'm going to break it down strictly for the Arizona ebook. And basically, if you pull Arizona as a book and you want to use it, you might want to consider actually throwing this formation in. What's really good about this particular formation that it is the first formation that jumps in the gun set, and it is something you can jump into real quick, and it's got actually a fairly effective running game. I didn't look at the split close initially for Arizona, primarily because I've broken it before, but one of the things I noticed with the gun split close is that it does actually come with a fullback inside, which is a very easy running play to run. So let's go ahead and take a look at the audibles and go from there. Alright, so basically you've got the standard audibles in this formation. It's very popular with other formations too, or other playbooks that have the gun split close in it. Your standard run is going to be the I-4 or the Power O. Also, you've got a close halfback wheel, which is a really good play. This is by far probably one of the best plays out of the gun split close, and whenever you run into somebody that runs this play, you know you're going to basically probably get hit with it. The play action fullback slide is actually very good because the fullback generally will get wide open. Then you get a fast man read with the out route, and then you have the slot curl, which is another play that's similar to the play action fullback slide. And the only difference is that if you want to mix things up against your opponent with different reads, you can go ahead and incorporate that. Now, as far as base plays, I would pick out of this formation would be the fullback inside. I think the fullback inside is a better run than the Power O. So I actually choose to do that. Now, also you've got close X drag, which has got kind of like a pseudo circle route and a drag route. But I actually would prefer using wide receiver corner just because I like how that circle route on the backside releases. And then I have a deep post and I can audible into a drag route and gives me more flexibility with my play calling. So let's go ahead and start with the running game, and then we'll go with the other plays that we'll jump into in this formation. Now I'm going to come out of the running game, and what I can do to get my fullback is actually go ahead and take my right stick and flip it to the left once, and you'll actually get tight end slot, and it'll actually put your fullback in the position of the fullback, or actually your fullback into the fullback inside, opposed to a tight end. So let's go ahead and run this once. And we're going to basically do this against random 43 defenses. And really, what you really want to do is watch your running back. Your running back is going to lead your blocks with this particular run. So you want to watch your running back, and he's going to tell you where the hole is going to be. So I don't necessarily have the best runner at the fullback position, but you can see I'm able to go ahead and pick up a good 5-6 yards against a fairly stout defense. Now the base audible is going to be the Power O, and the trick to the Power O is really you're going to be running as far wide as possible. You're not going to try to cut it up. The play arch says you're going to run off tackle, but generally the blocking doesn't work like that. It's really going to go ahead and you want to kick this run out and not run up the tackle. I find that when you do run up to the tackle, it doesn't necessarily give you the blocking or the seal that you want. So the Power O is not as good as it has been in Madden passes. So I would only go ahead and jump into this run basically if my opponent is trying to defend the fullback dive. Is going to be the reason I'm going to go in the Power O. So once again, it's just going to be a change of pace type of run to be able to pick up some pretty good yards, but you can see I haven't really picked up any major yards where it's going to be much of a threat. Now the other base play I'm going to pick out of this formation is going to be the wide receiver corner. And basically when I pick this particular play, I'm really going to leave it stock, or I'm going to go ahead and take my inside receiver, put him on a slant, put him on an in, put them on a drag. It really depends on what type of coverage my opponent's doing, but I can run this stock. My first progression is going to be the flat to see if any defender follows him. If he follows, I'm going to go ahead and make my progression up to the actual next route. So let's go ahead and see if anybody falls out. They do. And I've got this big route, which is going to be kind of a C route that's going to get real good separation. So what I do like about this particular play is that you know you're going to have an automatic man beater, and you can actually pick up some monster yards with this particular play. If your opponent is playing some kind of blitzing, you want to try to force him to defend that flat route. That's going to be the first place you're going to go. And then you're going to make your progressions up to the C route, because that's actually going to meet a lot of cover 3, especially, you can see right there, I beat the best corner in the game in Sherman. So you've also got this post route over the middle, which is very good. But if your opponent is using a lot of flood coverage, what you can do is just do a quick in route, or actually do a drag route, and actually it gives you just another fast progression when you go ahead and tack your opponent off to the side like that. So that's what I do like about this particular play, is the flexibility that you've got with the wide receiver corner. All right, so one of the best audibles in this particular play are in this formation, which is going to be the gun split close, is going to be the halfback close wheel, the close halfback wheel. This particular play is just a money play, and your opponent really has to make a lot of adjustments to actually stop it. So basically what I like to do is I like to take Brown and actually put him on a slant that gives me a faster progression. He's going to get across the field a little bit quicker. My first progression is going to be Fitzgerald, and actually see if I've got basically a one-to-one coverage, or if I got zone coverage, and it's going to make my determination of where I'm going to go with the ball. So nobody falls in that area. What's going to happen is that Brown is going to be my next progression. And if I got one-on-one, I can go ahead and hit that deep post over the middle right there if it's some kind of a blitz. So you know he's going to get a free release off the edge. So really don't take a look at the corner route on the backside. It really is about establishing this deep post route over the middle, the slant route, and then I've got the wheel route by the running back on the backside. So you're really going to it's going to beat either man or zone coverages. Your opponent has to manually defend the middle of the field, and a lot of times what he's going to have to do is take defenders off the backside and actually go ahead and put them on and man assignments, or cross manning, which is so popular nowadays in the game of Madden. But what's great about this particular route is that the post slant route and the way these routes are complementing each other, it's really going to force your opponent to make a lot of different fast reads. So also you've got this little wheel route that you actually can pop real quick. If the zones pop up, they don't actually go ahead and take it. You can pop that sideline real quick against your opponent and get that. So that's what I do like about this play. And you're going to go ahead, if you subscribe to my channel, if you're not already, you're going to go ahead and see me using this live against opponents, and basically getting nice first downs with this play, because it's just such a money play. You're going to be able to get easy first downs with it. All right, so the following plays are kind of interchangeable conceptually: slot curls and then play actions, fullback slide. What I like to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you play action fullback slide is a base play. What I like to do is take the running back and block him. And with this particular play, basically what I'm going to be doing is looking to Fitzgerald first to see if it's man coverage, and if it's not man coverage, basically I'll be looking to the fullback, because he will get wide open. Now, on man coverage, the out route should get very good separation against your opponent. And right here you got zone coverage, and what happens is that the fullback should get wide open. He's going to get wide open because the way the routes get pulled down by that crossing route. So it's a lot of the focus is going to be on the left-hand side, but that fullback should just get wide open for you, just to give you another area of the field that your opponent is just going to have a hard time defending. He's not going to be used to seeing that area to get defend, and then you'll be able to have some blockers up there to go and pick up blocks at the second level. Now finally, you do have a deep crossing route over the middle. something I'm not normally going to get a hit because I've got a lot of players actually crossing over the middle with the fullback slide. Now the last play we're going to take a look at is going to be slot curls. And basically what I do with this particular play is I actually try to block my running back and my fullback. I'm going to streak up Grissom, and I'm going to take Brown and actually put him on a slant route. Once again, I'm looking for man coverage with the deep outs. He should get easy separation. So this actually takes a couple more adjustments. I might actually go ahead and put this Brown on a drag route and let Fitzgerald go ahead and pull up the zones and dump them underneath. Now, if I get the coverage that I'm looking for, what I'll do sometimes is just go ahead and do a lob streak. And if I can actually go ahead and just get the nice aggressive catch. Grisham is not the best tight end in the game, so that's why he's dropping a ball against a very good defense like this. But really, it's all about just coming down with the aggressive catch right there. And if you got a good mutt tight end, you'll be able to go ahead and hit the seam like that. And most likely try to come down with it. So right there, Grissom's able to go and get it and actually take it up for a touchdown right there. So guys, I'll be jumping into the gun split close. And the primary reason I'm going to be jumping into this play is just so I can hit my opponent with a fullback run. I just find that is just a very effective play to go ahead and throw into your scheme. So once again, to my subscribers, I hope you guys picked up some tips from my gameplay and also how I run these formations. I just show you my progressions and reads. This is just a little bit faster break than I normally go ahead and do instant replay, but I just wanted to try to provide you guys something so you can see firsthand how I go ahead and make my progressions and reads with my play. So, well, thanks a lot for your support, and until next time.